Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today on this channel I'll be sharing with you what it means to love your husband, how to love your husband, what are the things you're supposed to be doing to really prove to him that you love him. Words alone are not enough, but your actions goes a long way to prove to him that you really love him. So if you're interested in this, guys, stay tuned and I'll be right back. A man needs respect while a woman needs affection. A man doesn't just want it, but he needs it. And that is why men don't really fall for I love you stuff until they see you respect them. If you say you love him, then you must respect him. He doesn't believe you love him until you respect him. That is why the Bible in the book of Ephesians chapter 5 says wives should respect their husbands. Wives are to respect their husbands, and this is the only way a man needs to be loved. When you respect him, he knows you love him. When you do the things that makes for his respect, then he knows you love him. You need to tell him you love him if you respect him. When you respect him in your actions and in your words, he knows you love him. And I know this is not easy because some men don't make it easy. Some men haven't made it easy for the wives to submit to them, to respect them, maybe because they are not doing some things they are supposed to do, they are required to do, they are not playing their part, or they are not carrying their responsibility. And so there's this tendency for the wife to not want to regard or respect or submit to her husband just because in her standard he's not measuring up. But this is not right. The Bible calls the woman, the wife, to respect her husband. The Bible did not say you should respect him when he's doing the right thing, when he's playing his part, when he's doing his responsibility. No, the Bible says we should respect our husband as unto the Lord. So whether he's doing his part, whether he's doing his responsibility, whether he deserves it or not, according to your own standard, you have to play your part. You have to obey the word of God and respect him, submit to him. And God emphatically tells the woman to respect the husband, because we have this problem of control. We want to be in control, we want to be in charge anywhere we are, whatever we are doing, especially in our home. We want to be the one in control. Really, in the home, the woman is supposed to be the organizer of the home, but you still have the head whom you are supposed to submit to, whom you are supposed to run things by. So because of this tendency for the woman to want to be in control, want to usurp powers, always want to be in charge, not wanting to be a subordinate. That is why God has called the wives to respect their husband, to submit to their husband. And it's only when you are able to really submit to your husband, you are able to really respect your husband, that you then know what it means for your husband to love you. When you submit to him, when you respect him, you then see your husband loving you in ways that you cannot imagine. You start seeing him playing his own part, doing his responsibility. He will go out of his way to make you happy, because this is the woman that is massaging his ego, that is respecting him, making him feel in charge, making him feel the head, making him enjoy his place as the head, as the authority in the house. Then you see your husband loving you, fulfilling that part of the scripture where God says the husband should love the wife as Christ loves the church. You see your husband easily loving you in ways you even don't expect. You will see him doing the right things. You will see him doing his own part. You will see him taking steps at becoming better in your relationship for you to enjoy your marriage. So sisters, I want to show you the 12 ways to respect your husband in order for him to know that you love him. The 12 ways to respect your husband, to prove to him that you love him. If you are not doing these 12 things to your husband, then forget it. Even if you sing I love you from today till next year, he won't take you serious, he won't believe you. So your words I love you must match your actions of respect and attitude towards him. So quickly, let's dive into this point. No order of priority, as I always say. The first way to show your husband respect is look him in the eyes when he's talking to you. Yes, we are always so busy, so distracted when our husbands are talking to us. When they want to get your attention, they are discussing with you or they are chatting with you. Put your phone down. Don't let Instagram or TikTok, Facebook be sharing your husband's attention with you. When he's talking to you, look him in the eye, smile, be excited, be happy to have him around, be happy to have him talk with you, share his thoughts with you, share his plans with you, and want to be with you. So when he's talking, look at him in the eyes and listen to him. Don't be distracted, don't be busy on your phone. You can drop that phone, nothing will happen to your phone if you drop it for a bit and listen to your husband and engage in that conversation with him. Men don't like it when they are struggling for their wife's attention with her phone. She's always on Instagram, she's always on the phone, and when he's talking to you, be like, yeah, but you are not hearing anything he's saying. He's asking you a question, you can't respond because you are not paying attention to what he's saying. So when he's talking, look at him in the eyes and listen to him. Don't interrupt him when he's talking. Allow him to talk, allow him to finish what he's saying. We women, we like to talk. By the time he starts talking, you have collected the word from his mouth. When he says A, B, you have said C, D, E, F to Z. You won't even allow him to land where he's going to. You have collected talk from his mouth. No, when he's talking, don't interrupt him, listen to him. Then when he asks for your input, when he asks a question, it's now your turn to talk. It's now your turn to reply. So let's learn to look at our husbands in the eye when they are talking to us. Let's learn to look at him, look at them in the eyes when they are talking to us. Drop your phone, don't be distracted. Give him your attention 100%. That shows him that you respect him. Number 2, speak highly of him. Speak highly of your husband before others, before people, before his children. Don't criticize or correct him in the public or in front of the children. Don't be sarcastic when talking to him. You should talk to him with kindness. Your husband should be the highest recipient of your most polite, your most kind conversation. You shouldn't talk to your husband anyhow as if you're talking to your child or your helps in the house. You should talk to your husband with regard. This is a sign that you respect him. Number 3, honor his request. Yes, we are in the habit of ignoring our husband's request. Of course, our life is already so busy. We are doing so many things. We are handling so many things in the house with the children. Some of us are working, having careers, doing business and all that. And then when you are rushing to get something done, to get out of the house, your husband comes with his shirt and say, please, honey, I want to wear this shirt and the button has fallen off. Can you sew the button for me? And wow, it used to be terrible because at that point in time, that is not what you want to be doing. You don't want something to take more of your time. You are in a hurry to do something, but he's your husband. So whenever he makes a request, put down your own assignment, your own task, and grant his request on time. Don't let him be reminding you and begging before you grant his every little request. That is not right. Get his approval for every decision you make. Before you take any decision in the house, in your life, he's your head. Get his approval. Don't do things without letting your husband know. No husband likes that. Let him be aware. Let him have an input. Don't take decisions without your husband being aware. You are disrespecting him by doing things on your own without letting him know, without getting his approval. As a wife, get your husband's approval for every decision you make, no matter how little they are. Yes, when you constantly do this, always seeking for his approval in every decision, you see that your husband will feel so respected. He will know that he's valued, he's appreciated. He will feel loved when he sees that you carry him in every decision. You get his approval for every decision you make. And whatever his decision is, accept them. Accept his decision, even if they are not the same with yours, even if they don't agree with yours. Accept his decision. He's your head, like I always say. So we are to submit to him. We are to adapt to their way. So if that approval you were seeking for will not turn out in your favor, he has something else in mind. Go along with it. So don't go against his decision. Don't undermine his authority. Even when the decision they might be taking at that point in time is not the best decision, it's not right. You can pray about it. You're not to quarrel and argue and nag him over the decision. He has made up his mind. That is what he feels is the best. You go and pray about it. The Holy Spirit can touch him to change his mind. The Bible says the heart of the king is in the hands of God, and as a river of water he can turn it. So if your husband's decision is not in your favor, you can go and turn his heart in the place of prayer. That is the simple and easiest way, better way to do it than to argue with him or to disobey him or to exchange words with him and then cause rank or war in the house, in the marriage. That is not necessary. So honor his request, get his approval for every decision you make, accept his decisions, and don't undermine his authority. Don't disobey his instruction. When he tells you do this like this is how I want this to be done, go ahead and do it that way, sisters, and our life will be much easier if we can just respect these men in these simple ways. Number 4 way to respect your husband is prepare for his homecoming. Yes, welcome him at the door whenever he comes home from work, from business. At the end of the day, when he returns home, when you hear his car horning at the gate, you know he's the one. You know the way he horns, or he's knocking on the door, you know the way he knocks. I know the way my husband knocks on the door. When you know it's your husband that's at the door returning home from work, leave whatever you are doing, rush to the door to welcome him. Let it not be only the children that is always running, daddy, daddy, welcome, welcome, going to welcome their dad. You as his wife, he'll feel respected when he see you each time he returns home at the end of the day, racing to the door to welcome him, to receive him home, planting hugs, kisses all over him. You are excited to have him back home with you. So don't be too busy that while you see him in the house, you tell him welcome, welcome sir. No, when your husband returns home from work at the end of the day, prepare to meet him at the door, to give him a grand reception, to welcome him like the king he is. And the same thing when he's going out too. When he's going out in the morning, escort him to the door, bid him a proper farewell, tell him have a great day, I'll talk to you in the day, or call me, honey, make sure you come. Hug him, kiss him, so that when he goes out there, no matter what he sees, whoever is trying to get his attention, he will not be bothered, because he knows that he has a loving wife at home who has hugged him, who has kissed him, who has told him nice things before he left the house, and he knows that he's still going home to meet her again in that sweet mood, ready to welcome him back home. So let's get into the habit of giving our husbands a proper welcome when they come back home from work, and bidding them a proper farewell when they are leaving the home in the morning for work. Don't be too busy, don't be too occupied that you don't even know when he left the house. That is wrong. These are things that spices up the marriage, and it also shows him that you respect him. He is respected. He knows that you love him. You are not joking with him, you are not playing with him. And also prepare the house when he's coming back. The house should not be dirty, scattered, smelling. When you know that it's time for your husband to come home from work, when it's time for my husband to return home from work, I tell the children, oh yeah, pick up all your toys, pick up this, arrange this, put everything, especially those places he's going to pass, the sitting room, wherever he's going to notice as he's entering the house. When he returns, tidy all those places, keep them neat. Your husband should not be coming home to a scattered, dirty, smelly, disorganized. Even if you have 10 children, that's not the reason why he should be coming back home to such clutter and such mess. No man will like to be returning to such an atmosphere. He will prefer to stay wherever he is. So try to prepare the home, prepare the house for his arrival. When you know that it's 7 o'clock, Obi Musombi be back, arrange things, clear up things, let everywhere be neat, let everywhere be tidy, let everything be in their normal position. Keep the children from scattering and dirtying the house at that moment when you are expecting him. Let's prepare to receive our husbands when they are returning from work. Let's bid them a proper bye when they are going to work, and this way your husband feels respected and feels loved. The number 5th way to show your husband respect and that you love him is to dress well. Yes, sisters, let us be in the habit of dressing well. Take care of yourself, especially in this part of the world. We women, we tend to forget ourselves, we tend to neglect ourselves once we get married, especially when the children start coming in. You say, after all, I have 4 children, he's not bothered about that one, he's not looking at me again. No, that is not because you have 4 children or 10 children. It's not a license for you to neglect yourself, to become an eyesore, a drab before your husband. Every time in the house, you're always tying wrapper on your chest, wearing hairnet on your head, morning to night, Monday to Friday, one wrapper. Come on, what kind of torture is that? That is totally wrong, not acceptable. You should dress well at all times, especially when your husband is around. You should dress well. You should not be dressing well because visitors are coming to the house or visitors are around. When you are in the house alone with your husband, you tie wrapper. But when visitors come, when people knock on the door, you go inside and change and dress. So your husband is the one that is fit to be seeing all that with his eye. Men are moved by their sight, they are moved by what they see. And you as his wife, you are constantly supposed to be presenting a good picture before your husband, so that he doesn't go outside and see what he's not supposed to see, or because he's not seeing it in the house. As a married woman, nothing stops you from dressing attractive before your husband, going for bomb shots, short gowns, spaghetti, all that while you are in home, instead of tying wrapper and being on hairnet. Bring down your hair, remove your hairnet, style your hair, let your husband enjoy that hairstyle that you made. It's not for people outside, it's not for visitors, it's not for those in the office. Husband too should enjoy all that view. You are his wife, he should be the #1 beneficiary of your good looks. When you're going out, dress well, put on makeup, do your hair, put on jewelry. Don't make marriage look like hell, as if you are in torture, in punishment because you are married. You can't take care of yourself again. That's why most husbands, when they are going out, even in the functions, occasions, events where they are supposed to come along with their wife, you see them dodging. They don't want to go with their wife because they don't want her to come and embarrass him with her dressing, with her look. So make an effort. Don't let your husband be dodging going out with you because of the way you dress. When two of you are out, you are looking like his mother instead of looking like his babe. Come on, in this century where there are slave queens everywhere, you shouldn't do that to yourself. Men are moved by what they see, so make sure you feed your husband's eyes with good things. Let him see you looking beautiful at all times. Let him be proud to be with you in the public. Let him look forward to going out with you just because you take care of yourself, because you are looking fit, because you dress well. And don't use notice at time that when you see a woman outside dressed well, people will be looking at her saying, whose wife is that? Whose wife is that? Especially when they notice that you are married, just because of the way you are looking. You are looking well kept, well taken care of. When we dress well, it brings respect to our husband. Even the Bible in Proverbs chapter 31, talking about the virtuous woman, that her husband is respected in the city because of her conduct, because of the way she dresses. Her husband is respected in the city. So if you want your husband to be respected, to feel respected, take care of yourself. Dress well, sister. Take care of your body. Be fit. I'm not saying that we should dress and expose ourselves and be naked. No. What I'm saying is that you can dress well, properly covered, but you are still good. You are still attractive to your husband. That is what I mean. When you dress well, your husband feels respected, knowing that you are putting in all that effort to look good for him, to look good because of him. You are not bringing him shame or embarrassment in the public. When people see you, they know that yes, he's a good husband, he's doing his work. This way to respect your husband, to make him feel love, is avoid playing the blame game. Yes, many times in marriage, in our day-to-day activities or in our decisions, things go wrong, things go bad, something did not work out the way it ought to, the way it was meant to, just because some bad decisions were taken or some things were not done. Don't blame your husband when things go bad. Don't blame your husband when things go wrong. Don't do that. That is a sign of disrespect. Even if it was his fault, even if it was as a result of the decision, the wrong decision he made, don't blame your husband. Don't ever tell him, shebi I told you so. Don't do it like that. Never tell him, shebi I told you, don't do it like that, let's do it like this. Instead, tell him, next time honey, we'll get it, next time we'll do it better, next time we'll follow this other way, we won't do it this way again, we will get it. Avoid blaming your husband when things go wrong. And then when you are wrong, when you make mistakes, accept your mistake. Don't deny them and apologize for them. Ask for his forgiveness. Don't claim right. You know why? Because when he makes mistakes too, he will not accept them, he will not apologize for them. But when you are in the habit of accepting your mistakes and apologizing for them, you will see that whenever he makes a mistake too, he will not feel too big, he will not feel too proud to accept his own mistakes and apologize for them. So in that way, you are showing him what to do. I'm sorry guys, as you can hear, it's raining now, but I've already gone far in the video, so let's just finish it. And when your husband makes mistakes too, be patient with him. He's not perfect, he's not infallible, he's a man, he's a human being, he is flesh and blood like you, so he is bound to make mistakes. So let's be patient with our husband when they make mistakes. Don't blame them when things go wrong. Don't start pointing accusing finger and exempting yourself. and giving another person all the fault and all the blame. That is not right. You are one, two of you are one. So when things go wrong, it's two of you that caused it to happen. You are one. You cannot now be dividing yourself, sharing yourself because things now went wrong. You are no more one. He's now the one at fault. No, two of you should absorb the blame. When you relate with him like this concerning issues, he feels respected, his ego is intact, and the next time that decision he might even leave it to you to handle it, since he knows that you are better at it. You are better at it than him. So sisters, this is it for today's video. The first 6 ways to respect your husband in order for him to feel loved. Next week I'll be continuing with the remaining 6 ways to respect your husband for him to know you love him. So subscribe to this channel, put on the notification so that you are notified when I share that video. Click on any of the videos on the screen to know how to build a happy marriage and a successful relationship. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.